Look who we're hanging out with. These two clowns.
I thought we were gonna take a selfie real quick.
Nope. Corey and Hannah stopped in Anderson.
Passing through.
Passing through. Alright, I've been working on me and Julie's shuttle bus. I tore out all the flooring, the rubber flooring that was on here, just to see what was underneath it. I knew we had some bad spots, but I'll show you what we've got. So you can see in this corner, that wood right here, I'm sure it's rotten. I'm rotten. Yeah, it's pretty rotten. I'm gonna replace that. But as you can see, there's a hole there. And as you go back, the center section right here, this part, it's pretty solid.
You're solid. Thanks.
But on each side, this side's a lot worse. And I did that. I stepped on that to push that down so you can kind of see it. But yeah, there's some holes. So one over here around the gas fill. So what I'll do is I'm going to get some plywood. I'm going to cut all that out. I'm going to put a new piece of plywood. I'm going to replace this, put a new piece of plywood all the way down. I'll just replace probably most of this whole side of the bus is going to be just replaced. So that's what I'm working on. But I'm kind of jumping back and forth, working on our bus and then working on my daughter's school bus over here. So that's, I guess this is the summer of working on buses. So
I've seen some ads on buses, yeah.
Yeah, that's the show.
That's okay. I don't mind doing it. I really enjoy building buses. I've done it for a long time. So, okay. Well, that's where we're at. We'll keep on plugging. Okay. Looks like I got most of the floor out. That was a bear, let me tell you. You can see the ground. Obviously, I took all this out, and back there in that corner, I'll still have to take this little piece out right here, but I can do that here in a minute. So now I got to clean up all the railing, scrape that all down, get it real nice and clean so that the new plywood can, you know, get some adhesive and put on there and get the floor down. So that's what I'm at. Okay, so what I've done is this used to have a bulkhead, went across here just like this one. So it runs all the way down the bus and it has lights. There's not very much behind here. I kind of thought there might be a lot of wiring back here, so I was kind of hesitant on pulling it down. But really there's not. This is it. There's not really much here. And what I like about this is the wall's square. So it goes up and then, goes up and then it turns. So if I'm hanging a cabinet, I'm not gonna have to deal with a radius or anything like that. So pull all that down and then we'll insulate inside of there. We're going to build this wall out. But I'm just kind of showing you guys as I go what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So that's kind of the game plan.
Need a game plan, Jackie.
We do have a game plan on the layout on the bus. And maybe here in a little bit when Julie gets out here, she's cutting hair right now. Maybe we can kind of go over that. She can kind of explain to you what we're doing. So, alrighty. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm getting this area back here ready for the shower. So the shower pan's gonna go here. We got these windows in the side. I flat blacked this one here. This is where the shower will be. So obviously you don't want a window there because you can't see out of it anyway. So we black it out and then from the outside it doesn't look so bad. So that's what I'm doing right now. I got this undercoating and I've been using it on these windows and I just cover them up. Pretty much it. Just undercoat them, let them dry out, and then when we put the shower in, you know, you can't see out that window anyway. And then we'll figure out how we're going to do on these other windows. More than likely there'll be a counter right here. So we might have to mass tape off some of these windows, but we're honestly wanting to change out some of these windows if we can find some that has a screen in them. Some of these have a screen across the top, which is what I'd really like to put in here. That way you have some ventilation through here. Now these are emergency windows with the handles on them. They're these here. So as you can see, they pop out. They work pretty good, but these two windows here will be painted over also, because this is where the closet area is going to be and the pantry area is going to be. It's right here. So that's kind of the plan here. And then the toilet will sit back here in this corner. And right here where this tape line is, there will be a sliding door right here that you slide open. When you walk into the bathroom, you can go to the shower, or you can go over here to the toilet. And then we'll probably end up cutting a hole in this back wall and put a window. Behind that wall is our garage area. So I would like to be able to, if I'm in the bathroom, I can look through there to check the, if I want to look and see what the water tank level is or anything like that, because the water tank will be back there. So there's a lot going on as far as when you're converting a bus like this. It'll look a lot different. I mean, it looks rough at first.
What happened to you?
I got the floor and everything else out here. But once we get going, it'll shape up. Okay, our boxes came in today. As you can see, I got them underneath the bus somewhat. So there was 2 of them. And what I did is I ended up bolting them together right here on that seam. I opened the doors on both of them, put 4 bolts in it. So that's what I'm doing now. You can see it in here. There's the box. So what I'm gonna do is get that jack underneath there, and I'm gonna jack that up to the bottom of these floors, and then I'm gonna drill holes in all these frame rails and mount that underneath here. So that's what I'm working on right now. So I'll get the jack underneath there, jack that up, mark everything, start drilling holes and bolting it up. But when I get it up in there, I've got to cut the side panel off of the bus right here. So the game plan is to take this off and cut it. I'll cut this up, and the boxes will actually be up in here. So that's what I'm doing.
Most people couldn't afford it. Hand carved and made out of wood. But these are more recent. You can see all of these are printed on paper. There's some gesso or plaster underneath to make the sphere perfectly round. Let's start with right here. It's not close enough? It's just not very valuable. These would have been produced probably in India, basically. It's really decorative. This color is very popular in the 20s. It's sort of a teal color. And this might have had something around the center here that's missing. You can see there's some paint that's buried here. Yeah. And then let's talk about this one. This is a beautiful globe. And the thing I like about it is there's a... around $1,000. How about that?
Yeah, I really appreciate this with the history lesson. Kenny is educated.
Yeah. You need to let it down a little bit?
Kenny Crosley ruled the world, making a sweet profit of $360. Lady Brandy Passante made a devilish $139.
Just lifting everything up.
While Ivy and Isaiah
Lifting everything
had
up.
nothing to celebrate.
Is it caught on something again?
So you see how this has this wonderful coloring to it? Yeah.
Okay.
It even has the best
Okay. Yeah, when I was pumping it the last 2 times, it didn't hold up.
Well, it's sitting in the frame.
Okay.
Yeah, Gemini.
So what we'll do now is I'll find the edge,
Yeah.
and then I'll cut this up
Okay.
and cut that out. Then I can slide the whole boxes this way and then bolt them in.
Okay.
All right, I got this all taped off on what I need to cut out. So I put some tape up, I measured from the inside. So I'm gonna cut all that fiberglass out, and then what I'll do is I'll bring them boxes out to the edge so they're flush with the outside. That way we have some outdoor storage. So anyway, I'm gonna work on this. I'm gonna get this cut out, and I'll show you what it looks like when I get done. I've cut both sides. Now I'm gonna end up cutting across the top, dropping that piece off. Now, I thought that was fiberglass, but actually it must be aluminum or something, because it's sending sparks on my grinder. So, and yes, I do have knee pads on, so don't make fun of me.
That's what she said.
What does he do when he smells cash?
He lays down.
Julie to help me. It's gonna take 2 people.
We have more offices, more lawyers, and more caring staff members than any other. Our team answered over 2 million of your calls and recovered over $1 billion from our clients. $30 billion was set aside for mesothelioma victims like you. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, we'll come to you within 24 hours so our team can get to work right away. Wherever you are, whenever you want. Our goal is to get you as
I'd rather have a little time than
against a mirror-like background on one side, and Native American Indian that stands out in stunning relief on the other. The final issue price was to be set at $50 per proof, but during our special release, this 24-karat gold-clad masterpiece can be yours for only $9.95. With gold prices up over 600% since 2004, price can only be guaranteed for 7 days. Each new 2025 $50 Gold Buffalo Tribute Proof order comes individually numbered with a certificate of authenticity verifying that each piece is clad in 14
I'd like to have it just right on the edge.
karat gold. Is proof struck and is based on the famous design of James Earl Frazier's Buffalo nickel. There is a strict limit of 5 proofs per color. Distribution will take place in registration number order. Earliest reservations receive the lowest registration numbers, so you must hurry. Avoid disappointment and future regret. Call now.
Order the 2025 1-800-917-1867. There's a strict limit of 5 proofs per caller, so don't delay. Call 1-800-917-1867.
That's nice. Nice. That's very nice.
That's gonna be real nice.
Well, let's go.
Just paint them white.
That was bad black.
Nah, it doesn't look.
You might paint over the bottom.
I think they look better white. So, what do you guys think? Black or white? I don't know. We could leave it. I mean,
That's up high enough.
yeah, I think it's up high enough. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna drill holes through the frame, get it bolted down. We'll show you when we're done.
You done?
All right, got it all bolted in. It took me a little bit. I had to take a plasma cutter. I blew holes through the frame and down into the boxes. So I got them all bolted in. It should be fine now.
Promotional products printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time. That's the certainty of 4imprint. Wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team by visiting 4imprint.com. Print for certain.
with so many mesothelioma lawyers on television. How do you choose
on there.
the right firm for you and your
It's not going anywhere.
I'm John Morgan of
So now what I'll do is I'll paint those white so they match the bus.
Results Matter.
Julie said we can leave them black, but
As America's
I don't know. I think it'd look better if they was white. It'd be more streamlined with the bus itself.
You know, streamlining.
So I got that part done. It was kind of a pain in the butt, but hey, had to be done. Okay, they look pretty good. So what I did is I put some tape around the edge of that, and I'll show you why. I did that, and then I went on the inside, and then I seam sealed it. See that? I ran that seam sealer all the way around the boxes, all the way across the top, and all the way down the side. So the reason I did that is when that seam sealer dries, it'll keep those side panels right there from flopping in the wind or anything else. I mean, I could have built some brackets, kind of like what's on this one right here. I could have built some brackets like this over here, but I just seam sealed them to the boxes because the boxes are anchored from the frame. So yeah, that'll work. Now I'm gonna order a gray water tank, and it'll go in that area right there. And then from the sink, the shower, and everything will drain into that gray water tank. So getting some stuff done. It takes time. That's where the shower is going to be. Obviously, I painted over the window.
Obviously.
Same way over here. It's going to be the pantry and the closet and the fridge. So that's the reason I paint over some of those windows. It'll get there.
Obviously.
So I got the floor out of this bus. And since I got it out, I went ahead and mounted the gray water tank. Made some dowel rod hangers on here coming down off this angle iron. So the gray water tank will just hang there. It's not a real big tank, but it's just for the sink and the shower water. That's all it is. So got that put in, and then I put this little door in. This door is not very big. It's not very tall or anything. It's not a door that we're going to use like a lot, but if we want to go back into the garage area, we can open this and be able to get back in here to get something without having to go outside and walk around to this door. That's kind of the reason we did this. It's a small door. It's not very tall, but it's, like I said, it's not going to be used for us to go in and out of all the time. If I need to step over and get it back in there to work on something, I can. So got it in. Doesn't look too bad. It does have a blind that shuts there because that will be in the bathroom area. The whole back of this bus is going to be the restroom.
Nice. Extensive bathroom coverage.
So it's a rainy day, but it gives us something to do on a rainy day. Work on this thing. Alrighty. Alright, we got the insulation down on the floor. So now I'm going to start putting wood down for the flooring, and then we'll start building the walls. I got to change out a bunch of these windows first, and then we'll start framing in along these walls on both sides. Frame everything in.